somebody who could actually profit the board over time in terms of the running of this institution, that perhaps it would have been done earlier. But the devil usually is in the detail. That it is pointing to how this gentleman and his constituency will aid in a possible re-election, will aid in the coalescing of numbers around an idea, and has actually nothing to do with the constitution of the board. And we see it as, a board, we see it as a board, appointment, but it actually is not that. It is the rewarding or direct placing of an individual somewhere for you to see that I am rewarding a possible coalescing of your constitution around the idea of me. Now, when we see it that way, perhaps we can understand then what Dr. Likaka is saying about how you make decisions going into the future. Because if you make a decision for somebody who is actually hell-bent on ensuring that the constitutionally mandated point of government securing the livelihoods of Kenyans is what is followed, then you will know I'm not going to have a problem with what this individual is going to do in the future. And this is sometimes why we must always be alive to what happens in this country. At a national level, when the cabinet secretaries are appointing boards, people on boards, it's interests, not competence, that is allowing the kind of people that are going in there. Similarly, when governors at their level are making appointments, it's about interest. It's very possible that Governor Sakaja doesn't believe for an iota of his his mind that Gaucho can actually do a proper job on that board. Probably it doesn't even come to his mind at all. His interest is not about what Gaucho can do on the board, but what that appointment will do for his politics. And that is true of the president and his cabinet. It's true of governors and their appointments, and it's true of us in this country. There are many problems that we should be discussing, such as misalignment in the Ministry of Education, for example. Nothing there is happening. But we see we are looking at Gaucho. There are so many illiterate people who have gone to school. So many illiterate people who have gone to school. Forget about this person who we think is illiterate, but he could be better schooled in terms of just street smartness. So where Gaucho has reached, I would actually want to understand him more. I would want to make him a subject of study. In fact, from an academic perspective, I would like to see how his role and effectiveness will be 3 years down the line as a board member. Just so we know that it's not always about papers and so on. So there's something here that we should learn from. And it is a national problem. When we are dealing with this country, let's understand that a lot of our appointments are about interests, not about competence. Whether you are talking about even promotions in public service and so on, though we know the Constitution demands that we do things according to competence, merit, and so on, we know for a fact their cabinet was supposed to be a technical cabinet. They were supposed to be competent people. The last attempt was the first appointment that Uhuru Kenyatta did. After that, it's just been anything goes. So because of that, let's not beat this Gaucho's appointment so hard. In fact, let's now make it a subject of study.
Just an interjection here.
Yeah.
You are an advocate of the High Court.
Yes.
You litigate, you debate.
Yes.
These are two, you may get an advocate who is good at litigating, he cannot debate.